Yo guys, it's Syntax here and welcome to a new thing I'm doing on my channel called Storytime with Syntax. So basically I'm playing a little bit of Truck Simulator here, and basically I'm going to tell a story about something that's happened in my life. So to start off, I've got two stories, and the first one is when I completely went through the wall in my school. And the second story, oh, we're getting a bit of frame rate issue. And the second story, driving on the wrong side of the road, you know. And the second story is about the time I got rescued by the RNLI. So I'm going to start off with the first story here, and that is when I went through the wall at my school. So basically, it was just like a normal day, it was PE, I think it was, or whatever. And we were all getting changed, and basically, we always mess around in there. So we're just like all diving on each other, jumping around, doing stuff like that. I think this was last year. But anyway, what happened, everyone was all diving around, having fun, and then suddenly, everyone just piles on each other, and I'm at the back with my friend, Sam, and basically, everyone just piles on us. And what happens is, we completely just like go through the wall. I mean, like no mercy to the wall, just like straight through it. It was only like a thin bit of plasterboard, and then there was like a massive space, and then the actual wall, because we're in a basement and it's like an old Victorian school, and because like the wall behind it was like all like old and wet and it was horrible, so they put plaster in front of it, so we went straight through that plasterboard just like it was paper, really. And basically everyone, and then Sam, my friend Sam's just like, oh my god, everyone get off. So everyone jumps off, and we realise that this massive person, he's called Dom. Well, he's like really bulky. And then we've got Will, who's like me, because me and Will were just like fairly built up, but like Sam Draper, he's just like normal. He's built up as well. But basically what happened was we just got straight through it, and Sam's like, oh my god guys, something's crap behind me. So we climbed away on the wall, and everyone's just like, oh my god, what have you done? And there's just this massive crater in the wall, and just like everyone's just like laughing. So we go upstairs, and we're like, miss, I've just gone through the wall. And she's like, oh my god, let's so she sends a teacher down with us, it's because it's gotta be like a male teacher, and so he sends a male teacher down with us, and the male teacher's just like, oh, you're in trouble, like, because he's sound. So he's like, oh my god, you're dead. And we're like, yeah. oh, we're gonna crash. I'm getting some serious frame rate issues on this game. Should I start again when I get some better frame rate? I don't know. I'll just pause the recording, give me a sec. Yo guys, I'm back. So like I was saying, what happens is, yeah, he's just like, oh my god guys, what have you done? So basically what happens, we get sent to the head teacher the next day, because it's only a small school, like we don't really like, if you do something bad you go straight to the top. And basically she's like, oh, we told her the story, and she's like, okay then. So what happens is she sends the deputy head in to see like what kind of punishment we have to do, but we didn't actually get any. We didn't actually get punishment, so it was I don't know how to say it. It wasn't too bad. I mean, we didn't really get a punishment, but she was like, all right then, so you have to pay for it. She was acting really seriously, but as soon as the deputy head leaves, oh my god, she just bursts out laughing. So we just there looking at her like, you what? Because there's this like a middle-aged woman laughing her head off about how we went through the wall in her basement, and how she probably has, well, this school has to pay for it. But she's like, alright then, so you have to pay for it, but we never actually got the bill, so it must not have cost anything, but it was a massive haul, I'm telling you now. But I reckon plasterboard doesn't actually cost that much. I ain't exactly googled it or anything, but you know. So anyway, carry on going for art school, but it was just there for ages. It was just like one of them things that just lingers about everywhere. And like we gave it a name, I've forgotten the name, but we gave it a name. We like, yeah, and like all the plaster was still on the floor. They never actually tidied it up, So we were just like, okay. So there's just like plaster everywhere in the basement, and everyone like makes it bigger. So it's like a massive gaping hole in the side of the wall, just like taking like 3/4 of it, just like plaster downstairs. Then like they fix it all up after the half term. So yeah guys, that's my first story. And now on to the second story. So the second story is the time I got rescued by the RNLI. If you don't know what the RNLI is, it's the Royal Navy Life Fort Institution or something like that. If I've got it wrong, please correct me in the description. So basically, yeah, we're at this beach. I was about 10, 11, and basically, and I think we're at Sandringham. Yeah, no, it wasn't Sandringham. It was somewhere around there. If you don't know where that is, it's like down south. It's basically one of the Queen's other palaces that she goes to live in. Basically, there's a beach around there, and we went to the beach. And what happened was, we went in this dinghy. I went with my friend. He's called James. He's like the most daredevil person. So I was like, okay, let's go to the other side. So when I went to the other side, and because the bell, they have like this warning system, but we didn't actually hear the warning system because it was like, because we were in the car getting there, and the warning system went off, and then we were like going out in the dinghy, so we didn't even know that like the beach was about to turn into like this massive ass river that was just like gonna like pump, because me and my friend, it was like a massive estuary, so it was like boom, underwater like kind of thing. So we was like, okay then, so what's gonna happen here? So we're just like, we didn't even know what's happening really. Me and my friend just like digging holes because we're like 10, and that's what 10-year-olds. Oh, I just crashed. That's what 10-year-olds do. So we realized, and we was like, oh crap. So what we were thinking is like, okay, I was just there like, what? So, but my other friend is a bit smarter than me, so he was like, okay, right, we need to run down this beach as fast as we can, because like literally the waves was like devouring, because we went into this like little island. We dinghied out into this little island thing, and the island, it was like a, let's say like an ass cheek. It was like that, but like the left one was the island, and the right one was like the English coast. So like it was, and the bit in the middle, well, the left ass cheek is always in water, but when the tide goes out it's not. But when the tides come back in, ooh, and like the middle of the ass cheek, it's like is like water. But because the water's flowing in, lots of water flows down into the ass cheek, because the water, oh god, because like the water doesn't know where to go, so it flows in the middle of the ass cheek and then devours it from both sides. Oh, that sounds weird, but whatever. So basically that's what happened, and the water was flushing, so we had to run up the ass cheek to like try and do a massive U-turn. But what happens is we're all shouting, screaming our head off at this like near tugboat thing. Everyone was like, me and my friend was like, help, shouting at the top of our voice, but no one could hear us because we're like too far away, because the ass cheek, she was like some fat ass woman, and like we couldn't, you know what happened. Oh, we don't want to, yeah, we do want to get some fuel. Stop. Straight past it. Reverse. Beep beep. Reverse, come on. Yay. Beep 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 beep. So anyway, yeah, that's what happened, and sorry, just like fueling up. So that's what happened, and me and my friend were just like running down the beach, like spears in the air and everything, just like, ow. Oh, we finished. Right, okay. So basically, your fuel tax expenses are covered by your employer. So basically that's what happens, and yeah. So we're running down the beach, spades in the air, and we were like, help, and no one could hear us. But what actually happened on the other side of the beach, people were noticing us, but they couldn't hear our screams, so it was a bit retarded. But these two teenage girls, they were like, because I'm so sexy. But what really happened was that they were all like, oh dude, there's two people on the other side, and the left ass cheek is being devoured. So you know what I mean, like it's gonna disappear, and we're gonna go with them. So we're just gonna go down the estuary and like sink in sand and die. Yeah, that's how serious it was. So basically, we're just there, and then two girls noticed us on the other side of the beach, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And then like they like tell the RAF station, and the RAF station like come over. They like all gear up, and this like massive speedboat is just there, like, yeah. Do you want to ride? And we're like, yeah. So they climbs into the boat and like tell us that like you shouldn't be here, and we was like, oh, because like the car we didn't actually hear a warning bell. And they were like, okay then. So they put like these really uncomfortable blankets on us, and they were like, okay, you is oh, we're crashing into it again. 11%. That bar could have broke that. Why didn't that bar break? Ugh. I want to press enter, but it went. There we go. £6. Okay. So anyway, we just went straight through. Oh, what am I talking about, right? So basically, the RNL guys come in this big gas boat, and like with boots on, full and like looking like firefighters and everything, just like sea firefighters. And they were just like, yeah, they put these really uncomfortable blankets on us, and they were like, okay, are you okay? They checked us for injuries, make sure we could move on next, so we didn't break our back getting into the boat or anything. So yeah, they was like, okay, but like because we're running across like really uncomfortable sand, all our feet were just like bleeding out on the boat. So we're just like, yeah, we're fine, just like hiding our feet because we didn't want to cause them trouble, because they were just like saving our lives and everything. So me and my friend were like, okay. So we got off the boat, and they made us sign these things, and they were like, where are your parents? And we were like, we don't have a clue. So these teenage girls looked at, and we were like, oh my god, thank you. And they were like, oh, no problem. And we were like, okay, we're good, because we're like 10, and like 10-year-olds get buzzy. So like, yeah, we were just there, just like chilling out on the beach, and then my parents come on like, why are you not swimming over there? I'm just like looking at it, just like loads of water just like flooding the center ass cheek, and we were just like, okay. So that's what happened, and that is my second story. So remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and tell me if you want to hear more about my life and funny things that have happened. Yeah, thank you.